What's up, guys, and welcome back to yet another awesome, straight fire gang episode of YouTube Drama News Show, where we go over the most important, the most pressing issues of the day, okay? And you've got your wars going on here, you've got your conflicts going on over here. The CIA is subverting governments somewhere in the world, and today we're going to be talking about something that clearly rivals all that, if not topping it. Honestly, undoubtedly topping it in importance, YouTube drama. And we've got a few clips to react to today, quite a few clips, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clips in fact, and the first one we're going to start with is this clip of Sneako and Zherka. I'm sure you guys know who Sneako is if you watch my stuff. I'm not gonna re-explain who he is. Zherka is sort of I honestly think he's more of a troll type figure than anything else. I think he's more of an opportunist, a grifter, so to speak. He's definitely entertaining, but I don't think he really believes in half the shit he says as far as like the right-wing stuff he's been spouting recently. But they got clipped and posted to this Sneako updates account, and a lot of people are talking about it. You can see here, the caption is Sneako and Zherka got EDP Riz. So getting off to a great start on this one. Let's see what they had to say.
Hey, yo, girls, what up? You guys look like you voted for Joe Biden.
No, don't say that. Actually, we would make a great double date. I like you on the left, and I think Zherka likes...
Okay, so right off the bat, kind of a weird comment, to be honest with you, because do they not look obviously underage? Like, do they not obviously look like pretty young? I mean, there are scenarios where, maybe let's say an adult guy is trying to hit on a girl, and he finds out she's underage, where she looks very adult, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna walk away from this. Sorry, didn't mean to, do any weird shit. That does happen, as long as you don't engage or do anything weird about it. It's like, whatever. But in this case, like, they obviously, I mean, I don't know, to me anyway, this one on the left looks like 14.
On the right.
They're both on the left. What up, girls? I want to kiss you guys.
How old are you?
Oh, I got that white smiling. Let's go.
Stop. How old are you guys?
He's saying, let's go. There's no way they don't know. And this is the thing. A lot of people are calling, like, Sneako and Zherka, like, for this clip. I feel like they had to have known and were baiting for content because they thought it would be, like, a funny clip that would go viral. I feel like there's no way that they just, like, I don't know. There's just no way.
Underage. Well, you just yeah.
Like how underage though? Like,
and how underage? Why even? If they say underage, I feel like that's your flag to fuck off, right? Because it's like, well, there's plenty of legal girls. You don't need to pursue them. But then Sneako's like, oh, well, you're like, 17.
Like your birthday's next week type shit?
Like, we can't go to Starbucks, white bitch?
And I will be turning 15 in a month.
There's this fucking stupid soy face. There's no way he didn't know. I refuse to believe that Sneako is this stupid. I feel like he definitely knew at that point. I feel like he knew even before this point that they were underage. They look fucking underage. They just do. So I don't know. Maybe I just need to give them way less benefit of the doubt. Maybe they are true creeps, but I just don't see it that way. I feel like they knew. I feel like they made this clip for content. I'm not saying the girls were in on it or it was staged or something, but I think like they called them on Omegle or whatever service this is, and they saw that they were underage, and Sneako decided, you know what, it would make a good clip if I like hit on them, and then I'm like, oh wait, you're 16, haha, sorry. Like, I feel like he probably thought it would be, funny or something like that.
Like your birthday's next week type shit?
And I will be turning 15 in a month.
Change my state of mind. Ladies and gentlemen, so hard to find. We got him.
What is up with this type shit thing, by the way? Like, what? Everyone says type shit now, type shit. What do you mean type shit? Why do you need to add that on? Why do you need to add that onto every fucking sentence? Just ask a question. Like, your birthday's next week? Okay, that's all you need to say. That's like the whole statement there is communicated. The message, the question is there. Then you add type shit. Why? Does it make it sound more gangster? Is that it, Sneako? You didn't used to say that. Okay, you didn't used to say that type shit. I don't know. Whatever, man. Anyway, yeah, that's the Sneako clip of the day. Obviously, he's gonna get clowned on for this by people. I'm sure Critical will react to it on stream or whatever. Other commentary YouTubers will see it. They'll dunk on him. They'll destroy him, and I don't even blame them, honestly. All right, so this next clip is a clip of Tana Mongeau, who is looking rather, I feel like she looks different. Maybe she has a lot of makeup on, I don't really know. But Tana Mongeau, obviously you guys know, was one of the content cops back in the day. I think she was the second to last one because the Ricegum was the latest one, and before that was hers. And she was basically the girl who was telling iDubbbz to, like, go kill himself. And she was saying the N-word in like a racist context, and then she was like, telling iDubbbz to go off himself because he was saying that word and stuff like that. So he decided to punk her. He went to her convention. He did the same N-word line, which obviously, everyone here knows. And I remember after that happened, Tana actually went on the No Jumper podcast to talk about, this was like shortly after it happened, to talk about how she felt about it. So shortly after that video went live, right, this, iDubbbz goes to see Tana Mongeau. Oh wow, we're gonna have to censor that. Nice. That's right in the thumbnail. Really? You put it right in the thumbnail. So there's this No Jumper podcast. Obviously you guys know what it is, hosted by Adam22. Tana went on and she talked about the iDubbbz content cop, but she talked about how it was humbling for her and how she felt like she deserved it and she fucked up and like it was a good video that needed to happen and she just kind of had to, you know, take the medicine well and fuck off. It's a pretty interesting clip and she seems to feel the same way to this day. I'll play a little bit of this right now.
I'm paying that much attention. I'm gonna be honest. I don't give a fuck about the content cops. Everybody acts like they're so exciting when they come out. I don't watch them. I've watched them before. I don't care.
He's really smart. He's really good at what he does. He's never like, and it took me a long time to realize that because for a long time I was just like, why me? When? And then I realized like it's you because like he never ever will make a content cop about somebody who doesn't come for him first. And I didn't know that and I was entitled.
But in what way did you come for him? You called him out for saying the N-word?
In a horrible way. In like the meanest, like
you made a video?
No, actually my boyfriend at the time was obsessed with his videos. And then I heard like 30 seconds of it, like 10 seconds of it. I just hear him saying the N-word.
Do you think that her boyfriend was one of the guys that met iDubbbz in the store and like said slurs at him or whatever? And then that like changed his whole mind on his content and made him want to like become this fucking advocate or whatever? Do you think it was iDubbbz fan taking her down at that point in time? It's possible.
This white guy saying the N-word. I've said it in the past. There are vines of me saying it. I don't even think
how
about
old
it.
were you in those?
I don't know the specific age, but like 13, 14, 15, it ranges.
Yeah, I really don't think we should be calling out 13-year-olds for saying the N-word, to be honest.
But I was stupid about it. I was really, and I tweeted him.
By the way, I would agree with Adam's take here. I don't think you should be calling out like young teenagers for that. At least not on the internet.
Kill yourself, like mean as shit. Like,
You were 16?
Probably like 16 or 17.
And you had a
Maybe
ton of
18,
followers
I
and
don't
you're
know.
calling out iDubbbz. That is pretty hilarious.
Yeah, it was stupid. I was so wrong. And so then he just went low key, didn't reply to it. I deleted the tweet. And he made a content cop on me, and I fucking
Like right after or what?
No, it was like a few months after he like came to my meet and greet. You know, you've like seen it all, yeah. But I deserved it 100%. And the content cop good.
I feel like
right,
And she seems to understand like the reason it happened was because of her own actions. She publicly criticized this dude. And there's an aspect here of it's like, okay, Tana was so young. Did she deserve to have that video made on her when she was like 18? I mean, maybe not, right? She was a public figure, but a lot of the things she was being asked to answer for was stuff she did when she was a teenager. So to an extent, there is kind of the aspect there where it's like, well, you know, should she really have been criticized for that? In a perfect world, no, of course not. But at the same time, she did, you know, things publicly. She got called out publicly. And she seems here to have like made peace with the fact that, you know, if you do stuff like that, you might get called out and it might go poorly for you. And it's not like it ended her career or anything. She had she peaked in popularity way after the content cop. But here she seemed to think that it was, you know, a decent video. And here she is recently talking about iDubbbz's apology. Obviously, I've talked about iDubbbz video a bunch. It's it's titled I Miss the Old iDubbbz, and this is a podcast where she talked about how she feels about all that now.
Ever. We've never, ever spoken. And I guess he posted this apology video apologizing for like a bunch of things he did in the past. One of them being the video he made with me or like to me or something. And I was like, damn, like I just never expected that. And I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know how to say this. I'm not talking about anything in regards of the things he said, but I'm more so just talking about like his actions to me. Like, you know, him showing up to my show, him kind of putting me on blast, him inevitably making me kind of canceled and lose subscribers and have to apologize and all that type of stuff. I kind of think I like deserved that. And maybe that's like dark, like to say, but like, I don't feel like I'm owed an apology. And maybe that's because I've accepted it so much.
And obviously she goes on to talk about this. This is kind of an out of context clip. So I don't know the full context of this podcast, but right here from this clip, she seems to think that even to this day, she deserved the content cop. She's not mad about it. She's not salty about it to this day. She doesn't feel like she's owed an apology because, I mean, as she said in the prior, No Jumper clip, she's the one who came for Ian. It's not like Ian picked her off the street. She publicly went after Ian. She publicly told him that he should end his life for the things he says. And then he caught her being a hypocrite. And that's basically, all it was about. And to this day, she seems to understand that what she did back then was wrong and that she kind of had to atone for her sins in that way. And that, she doesn't seem to think it's that big of a deal. And I think that's the argument that a lot of people kind of, on my side are making, that, everything Ian did, everything he's apologizing for, it's just not a big deal. And I think, because of that, nobody should really be that upset. Nobody was even upset back then when it was going on. It was at the peak of its popularity. Nobody seemed to give a shit. But now all of a sudden everyone's rewriting history to be, how iDubbbz is the king of hate speech or whatever else. But yeah, I just thought it was kind of an interesting clip from Tana. It's good to see she has a mature take on that. She honestly seems pretty cool, pretty down to earth. I wouldn't say necessarily relatable. She's a very interesting person. She seems to have a good head on her shoulders, and it was good to see this clip from her. So listen guys, can I get some W Tana Mongeaus in chat? W iDubbbz fan who probably got to, hit back then or something. I don't know. Yeah, W Tana iDubbbz. Wait, I'm actually not leaving. There's another clip. Okay, so I guess now Mizkif, you guys probably all know, is going to Rumble, and a lot of people are giving Rumble and Mizkif a lot of shit for this because of some stuff that happened with him and Adriana Lee, who a while ago, basically Mizkif had a situation where it looked like he was covering up some kind of sexual assault from his friend, Crazy Slick. And I think a lot of people are confused as to what even happened in that drama because it went down at the same time that the Slicker drama went on. And Slicker was this dude who was basically borrowing streamers' money, quote unquote, borrowing their money in order to gamble basically away, gamble away his debts. And he was a gambling addict. And so it happened at the same time where this one guy named Crazy Slick and one guy named Slicker, who, you know, were in drama at the same exact time during like the fucking Twitch meltdown. And I think that a lot of people were confused by what was going on there. But basically, I think the situation was that Mizkif had a friend named Crazy Slick. Allegedly, this hasn't been proven in a court of law, but allegedly he went into, I think, Adriana Lee's room at night and I think groped her when she was sleeping. And Mizkif basically said, I mean, he said this on stream. I know he said this. He said it wasn't that big of a deal. I could probably find that clip right now. So here's the clip. I did manage to find it. We'll just play it real quick.
Of what you can deem of it, it's sexual harassment at a low scale. It's not really a big deal. I don't think people really gave a shit and really cared.
So you got a lot of shit for this clip, obviously, because it makes him look horrible. But basically now he's being signed to Rumble, and people are giving Rumble and Mizkif a bunch of shit for this. Rumble obviously is a decent sized competitor to Twitch, and they're getting a lot of talent right now. They've got, I think they just got iShowSpeed and Kai Cenat to do a show there. Now they're getting Mizkif, so they're definitely getting some big talent. You know, whatever you think of Mizkif, he still pulls good numbers. He's still clearly a talented streamer, and he'll definitely bring a lot to that platform. We'll hear him talk about it here.
Your Pog champs can be ready. I will be streaming on Rumble. Yes. I'll be streaming an additional day on Twitch. So now instead of streaming 3 days, I'm streaming 4. So it won't take away from Twitch at all. It basically is going to add time on Twitch. I'm literally gonna be streaming more, and that's it. It's literally it. It's basically my alt stream Sneako is now just gonna be on Rumble.
Is he okay, by the way? Like, he looks like, is he high or like strung out or hung over? Like, there's something wrong with him. Like, he's going through something right now. I don't know what it would be. I don't know if he's under a lot of stress from streaming or something. I really don't know what's up with him. Lasting says so he can say the N-word. Oh yeah, there were some N-word DMs of him or something, I think, from what was it, from Ice Poseidon or something, which, you know, obviously I'm not gonna get mad at. I don't have anything to say about that. Yeah, so I guess he's going to Rumble now. I'm excited to see how that goes. Rumble overall is a pretty interesting streaming platform. I honestly thought that Kick was gonna be the one to come out on top of the, you know, you have like Twitch, you have YouTube, and then these alt sites are Rumble, Kick. I thought that Kick was going to be the one to come out on top because they had Trainwrecks, who I thought kind of understood content creation better. But it seems like, at least for now, Rumble is coming out ahead because Kick, really the only big streamer they have signed, I think, is Adin. And, you know, Adin is a good pull. Adin Ross is undoubtedly an entertaining guy, and he brings a lot of new viewers to the platform. But his audience is not really growing right now. I think it's kind of stagnating a little bit. And I think that even beyond that, you can't have a streaming site with just one big guy, or else it's just going to be the Adin site. You need like 10, 20, 30 big guys. And Rumble seems to be doing that. You know, they're pulling it off. I don't know if it's because they have more money than Kick. I was under the impression that Kick has a ton of money because they're backed by Stake, the casino, which gives them a ton of funding. Maybe people are just scared to go to Kick and instead they want to go to Rumble. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know why Rumble is more appealing to people. I think the site looks worse than Kick, to be honest with you. I think Rumble has like a UI, but regardless, more people are going to Rumble. It's not just the Sneako site anymore. It's not just the, you know, controversial right winger that got banned site. Mainstream people are going to Rumble. Obviously, Leafy's streaming there, but he's not pulling insane numbers, but he's doing all right. He's pulling a few thousand when he goes live. But yeah, Rumble seems to be really pulling ahead. And it's even like Rumble was more competitive to Twitch than Mixer was back in the day, it seems, which obviously Mixer was backed by Ninja before he went back to Twitch. Mixer is no more now, but it seems like Rumble could have a good shot at, you know, taking some market share away from Twitch. And with a bunch of streamers already leaving Twitch and, you know, the whole W or L community, all of them being frustrated with Twitch's policies as of late, it seems like there's a decent incentive to go to Rumble. They're seemingly offering decent contracts from what I've heard behind the scenes a little bit. There's you know, quite a bit of money going around, even for smaller streamers. So yeah, maybe if you guys are looking to start live streaming, go to Rumble. Maybe that's the place to be. All right, so in other news, we've got Ricegum. Obviously, we all know who Ricegum is. I actually have, like, my opinion of Ricegum has warmed up more over time. I hated him back in the day. I thought he was a terrible person. Now that I've grown a little older, I see that a lot of stuff he did was more for show. It was more for the entertainment value of it, rather than to be a complete asshole just for the sake of that. You know, if you really have a problem with, like, the "did it feel good, though" comment that he made, if you're mad about that to this day, then I can't stop you. But, you know, looking back at that, I honestly think it's kind of funny. And it even seems like something that iDubbbz would do back then, which is funny. You know, it's funny that he called him out for that in the video. He was like, you really asked the victim that when the girl didn't even seem to be mad, like, at it. If she was mad, like, that would be another story. If he didn't, like, apologize or whatever, that would be another story. But in fairness, like, she didn't seem mad. She didn't seem, like, weirded out. She seemed to know it was just for stream content. After the fact, she, you know, accepted his apology right away and was like, yeah, you know, I didn't realize you were really trying to be weird or anything, but it's whatever. And then they hung out after that, and in the content cop response, they were in a room where she was, like, pole dancing and shaking her ass for him. So clearly she didn't care that much. For other things Ricegum did, I think the worst thing you could probably say is the mystery brand. Obviously, like, scam sponsorship, which is whatever, right? Well, I shouldn't say it's whatever, but it's like everyone did that back in the day. I'm not condoning it, but it's like we already know the deal with that. I don't mean it's whatever, as in like it's like I'm fine with it, obviously. But anyway, here we have Ricegum reacts to iShowSpeed being upset with him. I wish I hung out with him more. Ricegum is back. I guess he's streaming on Twitch or something. We've seen quite a few clips of him come out recently, and he's had quite a bit to say. I will say, I think his ability to speak has degraded even more with time. I feel like back then he was a somewhat intelligent, coherent individual, but it seems like his brain processes have degraded.
Yo, this was before Speed blew up, right?
Get Rice, he'll introduce you to her.
Bro, I already see.
What?
I don't know, bro. I don't know what the fuck you doing, bro.
Wait, what?
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
What?
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
What don't you?
Get Rice to help.
Wait, hold on. He was about to say something. Wait, what? Yo,
He was about to say something.
Speed got smoked. I'm just kidding. Wait, no, guys,
Smoke.
he said so.
I hate how instead of saying like the full syllable, he says smoke instead of smoke. Smoke. We got smoke.
About me. Wait, watch. I thought I had.
Get Rice, he'll introduce you to her.
Bro, I already see, bro. That nigga.
That what?
I don't know, bro. I don't know what the fuck you doing, bro.
Why did he see that what? As if he's surprised he said that.
I don't know.
That what?
He said you was never about to do that. Wait. He was about to say he don't know where you are at. Oh, okay. No, yeah. So he came to the house, and to be fair, bro, oh man, you know, I wish I hung out with him more at the house. He said you had an ego, bro. I was doing my own stream, bro. So you know, before he flew into the house, you know, we had me and Adin had a schedule. I would wake up, you know, get my food, then he banned don't watch. Wait, so I can watch Adin, but I can't watch Speed? Damn, man.
So obviously this is like a completely retarded clip. It doesn't even mean anything. He's just describing how I guess iShowSpeed came over to the Clout House when Adin was streaming and when Ricegum was streaming, and I guess Speed got the impression that Rice had some kind of ego, which he probably did at the time anyway, regardless of that. But I guess Rice is just saying he was busy streaming, so he didn't have time to hang out with iShowSpeed a lot. So yeah, I guess that's what they're talking about. Regardless of that, I just think it's interesting to see that Ricegum is, I mean, I think he was kind of gone for a while. I mean, I made a video about that on my main channel, but he kind of dipped from social media for a bit. I know recently he came back and he announced a situation with his baby, who unfortunately I believe there was a miscarriage, which is very sad. But apart from that, there's also this clip of Ricegum reacting to Moist Critical hating on him. He said, "I'm their enemy and I don't even know them," which is obviously like kind of ironic coming from Ricegum, because Ricegum was, you know, the roast king back in the day who would like roast children all day. Not that he had a huge emotional investment in it, but definitely when some of them fired back, his ego was slightly bruised from that, and you can tell in the videos. But here we have this video of Rice talking about Moist Critical. So let's see what he says.
He was for a long time my least favorite person on the platform. I kept up with him, man. I was like a full-blown hate watcher.
He was a full-blown hate watcher. I was his parasocial enemy. Like, what's good with bro?
What is good with his ability to debate or not even debate, his ability to conversate and like explain things just degraded this much over time. He's not even fucking English.
Hate watcher. I was his parasocial enemy. Like, what's good with bro?
He didn't talk like this back then, not to that extent.
No, that's crazy. Bro, motherfuckers really praying on my downfall. That shit worked. Damn, that's crazy. Nah, bro, that clip was diabolical, bro. Nah, that clip was crazy, bro. Nah, bro, that clip is crazy.
Why do you just keep repeating the same fucking thing? That clip was crazy. Nah, bro, that clip was crazy. I want to like you, Ricegum. I think you're funny. I like your fucking raps, okay? I think your raps are sick. I think they're fucking nasty. I think they're beast mode. And then you come out and you just, like, why do you speak like this? You sound more intelligent in fucking Frick to Police than you do in this clip.
Like, it's one thing to hate someone, but bro know my whole life story type shit. Damn, that shit is crazy. Nah, that shit, nah. It's crazy. Nah, bro, he was serious. No, like, have you guys heard about a parasocial I can't even talk. Parasocial.
Thank you, Ricegum, for that genius. Have you heard of a parasocial relationship? This honestly reminds me of a clip where you have Adin Ross saying the word fascism out loud. Let's see here. Adin Ross is literate. I think it should be illiterate, but whatever.
What does a fascist mean?
And I can't tell to this day if this clip is like being played up for the laugh or if Adin is actually this fucking stupid.
It means you are a far right authorization ultra analyst, political ideology movement characterized by dictator leadership, centralized autocracy, militarism, forcible suppression of opposition. So I don't know what that means, bro. I swear to God. I don't know what the fuck a fascism is. I don't know.
Like, I don't want to sound like too much of a fucking nerd here, okay? I acknowledge Vine boom sound effect, fucking nerd emoji on screen right now, okay? In space. You guys know exactly like what I'm talking about. I don't mean to sound like a fucking nerd. I'm not saying you have to, you know, be the perfect English poet at all times, okay? Be a perfect linguist. What I am saying is like, know what basic words mean. Like, did you not go to fucking high school? Like, in like freshman year, they probably taught you what fascism is. I'm not saying you have to remember everything about it, but at least being able to pronounce it shouldn't be that difficult. What the fuck were you doing?
Benito Mussolini and Giviante Gentile and Jason Stanley. Like, who the fuck are these people, bro? Never heard of my fucking life. What is an example of a fascist?
Why is he so fucking stupid? And obviously this is like cut from the same cloth as Ricegum, because back in the day, Ricegum was similarly, you know, doing the same kind of content as Adin, just like causing outrage for the sake of it, taking these weird, like kind of scammy sponsorships. And it's like, whatever. I don't know, man. It just kind of rubs me the wrong way. I want to like Ricegum. I feel like maybe at one point he was smarter than he let on. Maybe we've passed that point. Maybe his brain is too fried from extensive narcotics use. I really can't, you know, directly speculate on, I guess I can directly speculate on what happened. I don't know what happened though. So yeah, I don't really know what the deal is with Ricegum here, but I guess he's kind of come back to Twitch and he's talking shit, having a little bit of fun, saying, you know, teaching his audience about the importance of parasocial relationships and how they need to be broken, okay? How their bonds need to be broken, how you need to stop and take a step back and chill out, guys.
Is when a viewer at home is watching someone so much that they're like, oh shit, I know that person and I know that he lives here and he likes basketball and he likes this and he likes that. These motherfuckers, I'm their enemy and I don't even know them. And I'm fucking, that shit's crazy.
That's just crazy, bro. Says the guy who, once again, was like, he got famous off bullying kids. Did he have a parasocial relationship with them? Probably not. Yeah, I don't know, man. Anyway, that's about gonna wrap it up for today's episode of Drama YouTube News, bringing you the most important fire clips and news in all of the land. Okay, you guys, I'm so passionate. I'm gay. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you liked it. Dislike if you disliked it. Leave a comment down below with your thoughts on all of this. It's always good to hear what you guys have to say. Follow my Instagram. It's Tom But Dark. Bye. Bye for watching.